Good day to all of us, to Dr. Maya Tumalon, and to you, my classmates. Good day. I hope that everyone is safe and away from harm. Today, I'll be sharing to you my inputs, my report about building bridges between prior knowledge with new knowledge. Let's get started let's understand the topic with different reflections. So let's think of it as, how will I bridge the old and new knowledge of my students? How will I? How would you? Okay, so we will bridge the old and the new with the connections. Connections are like building bridges between the old and new. This building bridge can be brief or in-depth as long as it serves the needs of all learners. Pre-assessment determines prior knowledge, whereas connections provides the link between the old knowledge and the new knowledge. Next question. How do I build community? Ask yourself. How do you build community? Alright, building a community. First, create trust between teacher and student and among the students. Second, build self-confidence so students will take risks, engage in dialogue. Third, move from competition to collaboration form, which is community clusters. Fourth, create learning circles of like-minded teachers to provide support and share ideas. Next is, practice working in collaborative groups and assign specific roles and tasks. We also have encourage partner or peer tutoring situations. Begin using reflective journals and or learning logs. Be open with the students that you are trying a different way of teaching and explain why. Also, allow them time to express thoughts and feelings throughout the process. Next reflection question. How do I group my students? Ask yourself. How would you group your students? Now, in grouping students, consider the following. In grouping students, these are the recommendations. First, students need to be taught how to work in a collaborative group. Second, keep groups fluid, where students move in and out as needed. Third, use a variety of groupings based on ability or readiness, instructional needs, and interests. Fourth, heterogeneous, a group of students with varying ability, where each student takes a role in an area of strength that adds to the knowledge of the whole group. Also, homogeneous, cluster grouping, a grouping of a group of students with similar abilities or interest area, which can be effective for certain areas of study. You also have a group of 3 or 4 students works well in most settings. The teacher may choose, and at other times, students may choose group members. Next, establish home-based teams and work teams to blend a heterogeneous group with a homogeneous group. The last one, the multi-age groupings allow students of similar interests to learn from each other and work together. Let's proceed to the next reflection question. What strategies or instructional approaches can help students make connections? What do you think? Alright, here are the instructional approaches. Blogs. Blogs short for weblogs, are online journals or diaries that have become popular since the mid-1990s. Bloggers post personal opinions, random thoughts, connections, and real life stories in order to interact with others via the web. Web links and photos can also be added to the blog. A learner may choose to have their own blog to record their learning on a specific topic. A group of learners could choose to share a blog and read, write, challenge, debate, validate, and build shared knowledge as a group. Check out blogger.com to set up your own personal or professional blog, develop your digital voice, and model for your students. Next one. We have graphic organizers or mind maps. These are instructional tools used to illustrate prior knowledge. The third one, KWL charts. K stands for what do the students already know? W, what do the students need and want to know? L, what did the students learn? This is an effective pre-assessment tool, but also an effective tool to evaluate the level of understanding. Next, we have questioning techniques. Questions are a key element in each of the building blocks of constructivism. Categories of questions are guiding, anticipated, clarifying, and integrating. Next, we have reflective journals or learning logs. Journals can be used to assess for process of learning and student growth. They can be open-ended, or the teacher can provide guiding, reflective questions for the students to respond to. These often provide insight on how the students are synthesizing their learning. Now, have you learned something? Yes, we can build bridges from the old and new through making connections. Before I end my report, allow me to share to you my personal input on the topic. Building bridges between the old and new really is very important because new learning is constructed on prior knowledge. The more we understand about what students already think and the more we help them engage their prior understandings, the more likely they are to learn well, and the less likely they are to misinterpret the material in our courses. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you're learning something. Thank you, and God bless us all. Bye!